Any news in the music world?
Nothing that I can think of, although I probably wasn't paying enough attention this week with all my work. Yeah, nothing that I can think of.
Yeah, and I don't think I have much news either. Going back to Alec Baldwin, there's a lot of random shenanigans happening that I haven't been fully keeping track with because it seems like random shenanigans. Um,
Didn't the was it the script supervisor who sued a whole bunch of people?
no, I don't think it might be this. It might have been the script supervisor. I haven't heard about that. But that might also be true. But I know the gaffer has also sued everyone already. His complaint is interesting because he basically says none of this really impacted me personally, but I'm doing this for justice. And I was like, yeah, sure you
I
are.
think it's okay. I think it's the script supervisor who apparently was also injured slightly in this, like standing behind the director. I think, and it might be someone else, but I think it's the script supervisor who sued everyone too.
Okay. Yeah, like predicted, the lawsuits are gonna fly. Like, this is insanity. Interestingly enough, the calls for Alec Baldwin and other people to be criminally investigated have not fully gone away, which is what I thought was going to happen. There have been some interesting conversations from Hollywood people about trying to press the issue, which I did not expect. Ms. Costello says, script supervisor for emotional distress. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's interesting. I still don't think it'll happen, but it's good to see people understand that, or at least getting the word out that there was negligence of a criminal kind, at least what it seems like, on some people's behalf. And again, I just ask that whether or not it would have been normally prosecuted, that it is prosecuted. If it wouldn't be normally prosecuted in this kind of scenario, then, and you can justify that to me, then that's fine. If the prosecutor would look at a similar situation, it was Joe Schmo number 1 and 2 and 3 involved, and they wouldn't prosecute it, and you can show that to me, then that's fine with me. But if it would normally be prosecuted, then I think it's not right to not prosecute. So I understand it.
Actually, so I think the script supervisor also alleges that the gun wasn't supposed to be fired in the actual shot that they were rehearsing for anyway.
Yeah, I saw some things like that too, some mutterings like that too. I didn't get a chance to properly look at it, so I'm not sure, if people dispute that or not.
No, I would assume the script supervisor would be somewhat aware of that.
Yeah, I would assume so too. It sounds like something that might definitely be. The thing that has surprised me that's come out that I feel relatively confident is probably true, given what people are saying and who's deciding to contradict who. It seems like the armorer might actually be one of the least responsible people on that set. And, I put a lot of onus on her in my, in my breakdown. And, I also said that details would change over time. So, but the reason I say that is because she might not have been on set at all that day, which is kind of insane. Like, she might have had anything to do with what happened that particular morning. So yeah, that's a mystery to me. I have, I'd have to read up more into it, and maybe I'll do an updated, episode in the future, because those are some of our most popular stuff is talking about this. People like morbid things is what I learned looking at the analytics. So yeah, but if you want me to do an update, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, Ms. Costello says script did not call for gun to be shot based off what I've read. Might be true, in which case there are a lot more questions to ask.
Yeah, well, that's why, again, a script supervisor would be an interesting person, because they literally have access to the script and all the days, details.
Honestly, it comes down to, to me, and in either case, it comes down to, why'd you pull the trigger on a cocked gun at a human being? I still will never be able to get over that hump. That is a real gun, because it is. Like, it's not plastic, I'll never understand that, but that will definitely add culpability in different places depending on what's going on. And Ms. Costello says that the armorer is the one who called 911. Yeah, very well maybe.
The script supervisor.
Oh, the script supervisor. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that very well maybe. I don't know. It's a crazy show. I think people are talking too much. People should just wait until the court of law. In my humble opinion, people are talking too much and potentially incriminating themselves unintentionally. So, I don't really care, I guess, what happens to them. Whatever should happen to them is what should happen to them. That's my opinion. Is that pretty much it? I can't think of any other media news. I know our podcast is exploding, like the audio version, so I'm really excited about that.
I guess if you're a Star Wars fan, there's a whole lot of disappointment with Disney Plus Day.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
Apparently, so I guess I didn't pay much attention to it. I didn't even know it was a thing because I don't really pay attention to Disney Plus and all that and Disney's announcements. But I understand, for Marvel, they came out with all sorts of trailers and logos and stuff for all of their shows next year. Whereas for Star Wars, they had like a brief history of Boba Fett, and then a 1 minute video that it shows nothing about the show with Ewan McGregor and the director of Obi-Wan Kenobi show talking about nothing really. And also the announcement the day before, I think maybe 2 days before, that the next Star Wars movie, which is I think being supposed to be directed by Leslie Headland.
I didn't even know there was. That's how.
Rogue Squadron, which was not supposed to be about the actual Rogue Squadron, which is a protagonist of a number of expanded universe books led by Wedge Antilles, but it's supposed to be not about that. Apparently, that has been put on hold indefinitely due to creative at least what I've heard, that it has to do with both creative differences and also Leslie Headland being too busy with her other films.
Yeah, I would not expect anything from Disney on the Star Wars front. They have not proven anything.
At least nothing on the big screen.
That's true.
They do have tons of, despite not doing anything for them on this thing, which I didn't know existed, but apparently a lot of other people cared about. They do have a whole bunch of shows that are supposed to come out on Disney Plus next year, and I guess technically this year, Book of Boba Fett is coming out on December 29th.
Yeah, I wish Disney would explode. I mean, business-wise, that's what I mean. Just to be clear, I'm not a big fan, so boo to any Disney news. Yeah, I can't think of anything else going on. I know Nathan talked about last week on the gaming side. The Video Game Awards are happening, and the nominees have been announced. So if you want to look them up, you can look them up. And if you guys would like we haven't talked about this on our own, but if you guys would like, this might influence the answer, a watch party to any degree of any of these things, and just have fun with it. Maybe invite some people on who might roast, have some funny things to say. Some people that we might want to pop in and out as a fourth person about these lavish award ceremonies. Just let us know, and we'll take it under consideration. As for next week, because it'll be the day after Thanksgiving, I don't know whether we'll have an episode of Mixed Media. We'll have to talk about it on our own. But if we don't, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And again, during those 2 weeks, there is a mixedmedia.locals.com Black Friday sale where you can get 40% off of our normal subscription, which has a ton of awesome perks. One of those perks is getting access to the live stream. That's a new perk that I'm going to be adding probably today, as well as access to the live whiteboard. And if you're an artist of any kind that we could comment on, that might be photography or even event videography or films or branding or music composition or your indie game or 3D modeling or a whole plethora of things. If you want to submit them, we love just looking at them and interacting with them in general. So if you want to guarantee that we'll do that for you, just go onto our locals page and sign up, and then we are yours as much as we can be. Besides that, we continue the conversation on our Discord, link in the description, as well as a link to anything else you might need is down there in the description. Thanks for everyone who hung around this entire time. I'm always admired if the counter is not 1 by the time that we're done. Depending on the platform you are, it might be 1, but I get to see the aggregates on our 3 platforms. So, we've got a solid 7 people around, it looks like, which is awesome to see people sticking around. Our live numbers have been increasingly, surprisingly good. So thank you guys for stopping by. So, I'll talk to you guys whenever I talk to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Bye now.